everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Dolphins.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in one of America's finest cities, Miami, Florida. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Danny Amendola on the return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Tannehill on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Second down now after the pass completion. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he will find his man on the outside. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Jeremy Langford. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. To throw is Tannehill. Going up top. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. This is Langford on 1st and 10. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Langford again. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And able to complete it to Green Beckham. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Shift together here from the D-line. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker from 6 yards away. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Winston now to throw on 1st down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. On 1st and 10, Winston. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Charles, these Tampa Bay Buccaneers, last year, Dirk Cutter's first year, finishing 9-7. Now, that was their first winning season since 2010, but still not enough to get them in the playoffs. They've missed those 9 straight seasons. And, in fact, their last playoff win, gosh, that was way back in Super Bowl 37.
But for Buccaneer fans and the team, optimism is really high.
Yeah.
They felt like they played well down the stretch. They feel like they can play against some of the big boys in the league now. Defensively, they've got to get better and continue to do so. I like the pick of Justin Evans, the safety out of Texas A&M. He brings a hitter's mentality to that part of the field, and then you flip it over to offense. It's one thing to say that you believe in Jameis Winston. It's another thing to show it by giving him O.J. Howard, a tight end out of Alabama, and Chris Godwin, a wide receiver out of Penn State in the first 3 rounds.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Jameis now on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. On play action, Winston forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Charles Harris in there to drop him, and that will go into the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. The play fake to Sims. Now Winston. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now a play fake here on first down. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him for a loss of 5. Here's Tannehill now on second down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Now a handoff as they run left side. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Now Jameis on second down. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. They go play action here on first down. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Play fake. Winston. Flush to his right. Gets it to the rookie from Penn State. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there. 26 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Again, it's Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The drive starts with a carry by Langford. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
On 2nd down, Langford. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Here's Tannehill. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. 12 more yards there and another first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On first down, it's Tannehill. He's going to air one out. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And Stills over the middle. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Miami after this. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it?
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on, and as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's brought down after a good gain. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
First down, Winston. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and now it's second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Throwing, Winston. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The second quarter score from Cincinnati, and the Bengals out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Not that we necessarily see this as being in the cards, but worth noting that 21 points would equal their franchise record for largest deficit overcome. Certainly plenty of work to do between now and then. Give him 30 yards there. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now a second down throw for Winston. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Deshaun Jackson as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. These Dolphins last year, Charles, won 9 of their last 11 coming down the stretch before the playoff loss to Pittsburgh. Finished 10-6. That was their first postseason trip since 2008. But this once-proud franchise has not won a playoff game since the 2000 season.
And I expect that to change in 2017 because the groundwork they laid in 2016 with a brand new head coach in Adam Gase and a brand new attitude and a lot more toughness than maybe what people expected. That's what keyed the run game with Jay Ajayi, and they gave him Isaac Asiata, a guard out of Utah, to increase that toughness up front.
The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the second quarter in Detroit. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Second down, Winston. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up.
And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Back to it after the pick six. Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Play fake. Winston. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. William Hayes. With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Here's Winston. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. They have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus on the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Working out of the gun, Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
For young quarterbacks, having that primary target's a big deal, and Mike Evans serves as that for Jameis Winston. Evans led the league in targets in 2016.
That went after him a ton. He also was 6 in catches, 4th. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Now he'll throw deep left side. And got his man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Dorial Green Beckham, 81 yards. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jackson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Winston now to throw on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Now they try the right side here. They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Jameis now on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. The swing pass caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. To throw on second down is Tannehill. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vinny Curry coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Here's Tannehill. And able to complete it to Green Beckham. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Tannehill on 1st down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Looked like he tried it all there. Tried to use some physicality, right? Tried to use some footwork, some head fakes, but he was covered the entire way. Dogged in every step. That forced the incompletion. No separation at the end of the route.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. By the way, 3rd quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. On 1st and 10, Winston. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Deshaun Jackson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. To throw is Tannehill. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career. You're saying that's going into the trophy case? I'd put it there. Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Second down following the run. Evans comes in motion right. Now a handoff as they run left side. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Winston. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Now they run with Sims. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. The rookie Charles Harris pushing in to make the play. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Cameron Wake in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Humphries goes in motion. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. The Bucs last year just 8 rushing touchdowns, tied for 2nd fewest in the NFL. They've got it 1st and goal now. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And now the kick is blocked. This is going the other way. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
As you tell me all the time, Brandon, mark that play down. That should be a tie game. Instead, a great job by the guys blocking it. And, boy, they've got to have a great lift going off the field.
And the further it happens in the game and here in the 2nd half, it just gets more magnified. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Off play action, Tannehill. Going deep here for Stills. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. For the Dolphins, they'll be building up those frequent flyer miles the next month or so. Week 2, they're at the Chargers in the debut of the StubHub Center, then at the Jets. Then they fly to London to face the Saints in Week 4. Finally, then, back to Miami to host the Titans in Week 5.
I feel the jet lag already.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Jackson. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give him much better starting position. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. Jameis to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Evans. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 14 on the play. And it'll be second and about a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And now here's a carry heading left. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Back to throw. And a catch right side by Evans. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
You and I have seen a lot of special comebacks. This one, pretty much unbelievable. Roaring all the way back from that huge deficit, now in the driver's seat.
Take the numbers out of it. It seemed insurmountable. It seemed monumental, like no chance you could get that done, but they did. Let's go back to the 92 NFL season, 93 playoffs. Houston, Buffalo, in Buffalo. Houston with the monster lead, and here come the Bills all the way back to win it.
Led by Frank Reich, correct?
Yes, Frank Reich was the quarterback. He had done it in college a few times. He did it in the pros with the Bills. How old were you then?
I was 10. But I remember it. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the fourth quarter now. And give that one to the Cardinals, they wind up winners. A win would be their first of the young season. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it, because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Buccaneers, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will try to turn it around next week as they head down to Carson for a matchup with the LA Chargers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.
I come here today to talk about how I feel, and I feel